Okay, in this video we're going to discuss something about the dimensions on the power surfacing. So the first thing is that if you just need something like accurate and design, so you have to get a 3D scan mesh like that, and you can easily build on it. So we have different options at the top of here, so you can easily create your mesh or your surface with the tools that power surfacing offer. So this is the first method to get something with dimensions. So I just scanned this car here and I just draw it or model it on the surface with dimensions. It's not going to be exact dimensions like the real SolidWorks, I mean accurate like in millimeters or something, but in the scale, so you can see that this scale is exactly like I want it on this side here. So I have ability also to scale it and control if I need to change something or this kind of things. So that's for if you need to get something exactly like you see here. Or maybe I can show you a quick thing here. I'm gonna create planar surface. It's okay. So as you've seen here, I have my tools and I can rotate this a little and move it a little close to the surface and go press on add. Make sure you just check the constraint to mesh here before you press add, so it's now going to be fitted with the surface. So you can see now it's taking the shape of the surface here. So if I just did that, this kind of things here, you can probably see that it's just taking this shape. So I can easily get my shape, and this should be exactly the dimensions of my scan, so it's going to be 1:1 real scale. Okay, that's for an example of how you can get something closely to the mesh here. Okay, so that's for the RE, and this is a method to get dimensions on bar surfacing. Okay, so the other thing here is I can manually do that with something called advanced trade option. So if I just create a planar surface and press OK, and you can see here I can go to dialogues, advanced trade options, and you have here the translations in millimeters. So I can control in millimeters, and I can pick my step. Either it's just 10 or 1 millimeters. So if I just go with the Z, it's gonna be a little accurate. So let's say this is 50, I need it to be 100. So now this is 100 rectangle, and I need to extrude. I'm gonna extrude here. So the extrude is 0. I can press maybe 50. Okay, so it's going to be extruded as 50, and I can press OK and control the angle rotation here like that, and also a translation. So it's either going to be as you want here. I can make it up a little here with numbers, so I can use numbers in that case, but it's gonna be just a little difficult if you just need to model something that have a lot of details. You get in, maybe you can get your model in forever or something. It's gonna take a long time to model it. So the perfect way to do this is with just scanned mesh, or I can do that with something called scale. I can do it on the SolidWorks. Maybe I need to draw a rectangle here like that, and this rectangle in dimensions is maybe 500 millimeters and 400 millimeters in here. Okay, so I'm gonna make sure that this sketch is at the top and the bar footer is below it, and I can go edit and you can see my rectangle still exists. Okay, so now if I just need to do something with dimensions, I can just keep it on this rectangle. I mean, nearly, approximately, it's gonna be the same dimensions here. So if I just did that, and if I take this a little here, and I just need to make a mirror on the center. So let's give an example. So now I can add details. If you see that subday mode, it's just really very smooth, and I need to make it creased a little, and this one also. Maybe I need to extrude this to the bottom here, so I'm gonna crease this maybe 50 and extrude at the bottom. Make sure it's flat. So if you can just merge these points together, and these are creased. Okay, so this is if you just have to do something nearly in this kind of dimensions. So that is gonna be exactly like the sketch we just draw it, and I can make a lot of details here. I can easily crease this, make a certain line here, and make this a little bit up here, and also extrude to the bottom. Okay, so it's just like that. I can easily now subdivide it. Go to next tools, subdivide, and I can take this 4 squares or 4 faces, bevel inside, go to alignment, align circular to get a nice circle here. So let's take this and small, go a little, crease, extrude, crease, extrude. So I got this nice thing here. So how I know exactly how much this is deep, I can make this flat and hard edge. Now I can pick, if I just pick it this edge here, you can see here it's telling me at the bottom here that the distance is 50. So let me just change it to see if it's gonna be changed, maybe until here, and pick the same line. Now it's 20.33. So I can, if I just need it to be 20, you can just easily change it manually until I get this 20. It's not gonna be very accurate, but it will do the job. Okay, so let me get here. I can extrude here also, maybe bevel, extrude, bevel again, extrude, and the same here. Can just insert an edge here. Maybe if I need it rounded like this, if I just removed the edges and the vertex, you can see that corner isn't the perfect corner. So let's say I need this corner to be very rounded, like a fillet or something. So you have 2 ways. You can do it manually to get the shape, inserting an edge like that to get nice curved corner like this, or the other way, and it can be by creasing it 100%. So if I just crease it like that and move it to here, I can crease this also. So something like this, if I just convert it, we just go back and future creation quality. I'm just gonna increase the quality a little, maybe 4 subdivision levels. Or maybe this is the reason that it's not okay. I can hard this vertex and try again. Okay, so it's now looks good. Now this sharp corner, I can go to the fillet and make a rounded corner with the SolidWorks. So it's just very small. Maybe if we just try to increase it. I think now it's because that these faces aren't flat. So I can select all of these faces and press on flat. Make sure this is 100 creased like this. And maybe we can now remove this crease. Now let's convert again and try. So if I just go to fillet now, I can get my corner. Maybe I can now press 20 and get bigger radius. So you can see that perfect radius now, and this thing here should be in dimensions. So this is not a random thing now. And of course I can do something more accurate than that. I can bevel here and go around like this and bevel again. Okay, so I got something like this. Make sure this is hard. Can increase this a little. And hardest edge. Insert an edge here. Hardest edge a little also. Okay, now I'm gonna scale this. Let me just select it from here. Okay. Again, if I just need to know the dimensions here, I can press from this vertex to this one. 56. Let me just crease this bottom. Make it just flat a little. Maybe 25. Now from this vertex to this one here, it's 56.8. Just increase it a little and see again from this vertex to this one. Now it's 61, maybe 60. Okay, so it's 59.886. So you just need a tiny movement. I just enable the sensitive transform. Let's try. Okay, now it's 60.11. Okay, so this is the accurate thing you can get. Let's try to convert. Now if I just get the measure from this one to this one, so the black is 59.67. If we get it from here, this one to this one, so the green is 49 and here it's 59, so it's 1 millimeters difference. So anyway, this is the other method to get something with dimensions like this. You can go to fillet again, press in here and here. Okay, we might also be able to fillet this whole face. So let's try 2 millimeters. It's 2.5. I think that the best thing we can get here. Because of this, I need to grease this also 100% to get a bigger fillets. You can fillet this 2 edges. So you can see that I have ability to get something with dimensions from the bar surfacing. It's not gonna be that accurate because it's not a reverse engineered part or something near this, but I still have ability to use import reference here. So I can make a reference and take all of these edges, this loop, and make it 2 edge. So now pick this edge and 2 edge. I can crease this hard edge and make all of this side flat. Give a little crease here, maybe 22. And convert. Alright, so this is the other, maybe the method number 3 to get something with dimensions that already draw it with the SolidWorks sketch. Let me just go back here, fix this one. We have to get this a hard edge, and let's say I need to make this thickness. So let's go to Mesh Tools, Thickness. Let's now convert and see the results. Okay, now we got our solid body after we just fixed some stuff. Let me get back my fillets. Now as you see, I can make bigger fillets, so that's good. So as you see here, this is for this tutorial. I hope you just enjoyed and learned how we can do stuff with dimensions. So if you just see here, so it's gonna be from here to here. It's 497. Maybe it's also because of the fillet, but this is the sketch. 500 and 400. And we still have a solid and also shell port.